So we've got a jumping slash, and we've got a jumping downward strike. Good. The jumping downward is probably going to work well against those annoying little ground buggers in round 1. But yeah, she's a perfect illustration of why I hate 2-phase fights, because once you've got phase 1 down, it just becomes part of the run back. As Joseph Anderson said in one of his recent excellent videos that everyone should watch. And nobody likes the long run back from a boss. This run back's already kind of annoying because there's no enemies in the way or anything, it's just a few minutes wasted. Let's see how we get on. Shut up. And you too. And you can also shut up. And here she comes. That was quick. Easily get it down to sub 50% in phase 1. Good. That's you down. Where's the third one? Over there. Good. So that's a pretty quick phase 1. Oh, piss off. How did she get up that quick? I guess we were too far away from her when we started. Just because the goblin that we were trying to kill was so far away from her, which is just RNG basically. Oh, fuck you. Fuck off. Alright, we'll stand here for a second. Yuki's really not helping, so he's just sort of sat up in my lap. Which means I can't hold the controller anywhere near where I'd like to. I think he's got the hint though, he's moving now. Good boy. Right, you've done your tombstone shit. Yeah, we'll need another chug just before we go into phase 2. And go, go, go. Oh, jeez Christ. That would have killed us were it not for... Yeah. Right. Moon is fine. Oh god. Yeah, she really nobbled those archers. The giant, is it? Come here. And then another AoE. It's the dogs. Dogs are fine, I guess. Oh, piss off. No, we don't want the dragon. Because now we're just going to get whomped by everything. Jesus Christ. Where is she? Yep, can't even see her now. What now? Bloodhound Knight? Oh, fuck off. It turns out we were going to get her on first try. Oh, thank goodness for that though. Relief more than anything else. Right, we definitely don't need her remembrance because it's all magic stuff.
Come out, say I. We need gravestones to be back.
And what we need is endurance. Lots of endurance. I mean, that's not lots, but it's a start.
Where did he flee, my sweet?
Are you just going to keep saying that? Just shut up.
To become.
Leave.
Not, I would.
I don't care. Scaled gauntlets. Good. That can go back to being the Arsenal charm for now. And then, can we equip the Great Shield? We can, but it's still heavy load. But it's a start. I mean, when you've got a Great Shield, who needs rolls, really? So now I think endurance until we're at medium load again. Then Vigour, because Vigour is the way. But yeah, we still need Smith and Stone wands. We still need better Sombers as well. Bit of mind diving might be the order of the day. But then that would also mean going back to the Morning Star for a bit, which is good for the old equip level, so we're still more fat rolling, even with the Morning Star. What's the weight difference between that and the Halberd? That weighs 5. That weighs 13.5. So we've got a way to go on endurance before we're back to mid-roll. But I guess that's okay. So now I was thinking Morn Tunnel might be a good spot for the smithing stones we need. Although, have we completed Raya Lucaria? Have we unlocked the bell bearing for smithing stones 1s and 2s? Because if we have, then all we really need is runes. No, we haven't actually completed Raya Lucaria, so that's a place to visit. What's Gideon got to say?
Well, I see you found another great rune.
Yep,
Wonderful. You are a worthy fellow tarnished indeed.
we are.
Make the journey to the capital, Leyndell. The
Yep.
Two Fingers
Yep,
you
yep,
may
yep.
be our, for we.
Lovely. Right, we should probably also pop back to our friends at Volcano Manor and tell them about how we successfully completed our mission. Killed someone, Lady Tanith.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Manor desires you enact. You will be compensated once the deed is done. Good luck. If you are loath to hunt your own kin, so be it. But you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree. We have no place for the meek, nor the luxury of keeping clean hands.
That's fair. But yeah, I mean, we did read the letter and then we did kill Istvan. Wait a minute. Is that a man? I thought it was. Hello, Patches, you old rogue.
Well, you joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you. And here I thought Raya was barking up the wrong tree. All good though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together.
So you're not going to try and kill me for the rest of the game?
Oh, and of course, we can do business if you like. Hatch's Emporium at the Volcano Manor. Especially for you.
Lovely. Anything worth getting? Let's see. Nothing we're that worried about. Can we talk to you more about yourself, Patches?
Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor? I always hated the gibberish about Lost Grace and the laughable Two Fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her.
Hey, fancy a dear. That's fair.
Cheers for that.
Wonder what she looks like under her mask. Right, so we should probably go and speak to our friends in t'other room. You got much to say, Banal?
So, you've blooded your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more. Banal. A recusant, just like you. Recusants have particular battle arts, styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add some to your repertoire?
Why not? Ooh, that looks new. Use one of large and colossal swords, axes and hammers, and it's got a fire effect. It's kind of cool. Although do we need fire effects on our things? Maybe. I mean, lightning would be good. Because I think some of that scales with strength as well as with faith, which is kind of our thing. Hello, Raya.
Have you ever heard any strange sounds here at the manor? Something beyond the walls? Like breathing or slithering scales? Oh, Fi, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. I must be tired.
No, I mean, that's perfectly plausible, what with the whole hidden dungeon beneath the mansion.
Sometimes I hear strange sounds beyond the walls. Like breathing. Oh.
No, you're right, Raya.
Sometimes like
You are
breathing.
exactly right. But now, do we have any more letters to pick up? Doesn't look like it. Oops. I meant to turn my lantern on. So we finished our first mission of boshing in Istvan. So do we hand it into Tanith now? I assumed we did, but when we spoke to her, she didn't seem that fussed about it, so... Maybe we'll speak to her again, see what she says, now that we've spoken to the others.
You've completed your task. I am pleased. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. This is your reward, as promised.
Cool.
Never forget that the recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor. Now you are a recusant. I am pleased to have you on our side.
Lovely. So we're now friends with Tanith, and she's given us Magma Shot, which is... Is it an art of war, or is it a spell? It's a sorcery. Requires intelligence and faith. It's kind of cool. But hopefully now that's unlocked some new missions that we can do. Well, that appears to have taken us to the windmills. Is it just taking us across the broken bridge? Were we over there somewhere? Huh. You must be Goldmask. Yep, you've got nothing much to say for yourself right now, it seems. But that's fine. We should probably tell Brother Corrin that we found you, though, at some point. But let's have a poke around. How far have we travelled on the map? Quite a way. The old forest-spanning Great Bridge took us across here. Very well. Guess we'll go and explore that cave in a minute. Let's find a site of grace at least over here. I mean, we don't really need to, because we've not really travelled any distance since the last site of grace. We just crossed a portal. This is a suspicious looking pond. Although it's just full of these lads. Who are tough but slow. Except for when they charge at you, in which case they're surprisingly rapid. Giant rats, you say? Probably best on horseback, you know, the giant ones. Because you can actually hit the buggers properly. Unlike their tiny brethren, who are probably best faced on the ground. And now we find ourselves at the West Windmill Pasture. I mean, that makes sense, that this would be a windmill pasture. Ouch. Wait, stop that. So what is the purpose of this pasture? Just ambush us with 600 rats, I think. We've got more than 600 jump attacks in our back pocket. Yeah, you got some of your own, have you? I never used the backstep attacks. Whoosh. Oh, it's a double stab. That's kind of cool. Yep, no match for me, big rat. And yeah, not a lot going on. Just a stable full of rats. Oh, item. There we go. Giant rat ashes. I have heard that this is actually an amazing ash. So we're going to have to test that out at some point. Apparently you get more rats the more you level it up. And it costs nothing to use. No FP or anything. So we've got a ranged guy. And then those giant rats can be our regular guy, I reckon. So yeah, definitely worth coming up to the old west pasture, it seems. Maybe we should go check out the other side of the pasture. Although, who are you? You don't look like our friend. Yeah, you're not our friend. But you appear to be facing the other way, so that's promising. No friend. Armorhead. Go on. I mean, he's pretty tough. Pretty tough. And down he goes. And yeah, he's a battle mage. I wonder if he's like related to the battle mage that you can fight in Caelid in one of the Everjails. That could be the case. Although now, what have we got? We've got some sort of budding catfight happening on the desk between Luna and Sammy. Behave yourself, Lulu. Be a good girl. She loves this desk. Anyone else tries to come on it gets fiercely battered away. I suppose we should go and see what these dancing crazes are all about. Luna, behave yourself. Jump up on your bookcase or something. Yep, they got dancing fever. They're just going to keep spinning until they drop. And so we'll just run in and grab a bunch of loot. Twinned knight swords. That sounds cool. But we also don't want any of that Explodo now. Or his Explodo friends. Now, what are you lot doing? This is clearly not related to the Flame of Frenzy, because your eyes aren't full of the orange fire of madness. Have you all just exploded? Or is that just... It's hard to tell. You've stopped spinning. Did you take some damage? You did. Ah yeah, now they're coming for us. Jeez. There we go. That's a couple down. I didn't want it to come to this. But if you're going to insist, then I will murder you all. Like so. Weirdos. But yeah, I failed to see the point in any of that. But it was fun, I guess. It was certainly novel. Yeah, what do you think? think you want to kill me? No? Okay. But that Misbegotten over there looks like another prospect entirely. And we missed. There we go. Come on, friend. Let's see what you got. See what you're made of. Ouch. Pretty stern stuff is the answer. But not stern enough. So I guess these lads were massacring this village. So we've rescued you, I guess. Or you're just going to be like, please don't kill me. Yeah, I guess they don't know whether or not we're here to just take over as new oppressors. Stranger things have happened. But yeah, not much going on at most of these villages, it seems. But there's a bit up the road which we might want to investigate. Just one lone wanderer. Suspicious. Okay, no ambush. Just a lone wanderer, that's fine. And now it's getting foggy. That's cool, I guess. I'm hearing some sort of burbling sounds as well. So many places to go in Altus Plateau at the moment. It's pretty cool. Woodfolk Ruins. Are you woodfolk? Is that what you are? You look weird. I suppose that's a bit mean. They can't help it. Now, what is that? A slime? A slug? Might be a slime. Yeah, it's a slug of some sort. And there's another of what I guess is woodfolk, but looks more like a horrific Cthulhu monster type thing. Yeah, they're all over the place. I suppose we should try and have a dust up with one. Ah, jeez. Oh god, Deathblight. Lots of Deathblight. Yeah, that's no fun. Now it's coming around this side, is it? Can we get behind it? We can, but does that really help? And now are you slugs also throwing Deathblight everywhere? Because if you are, then this area is just the worst. Good. That's a bunch of buggers out of the way, and now we can wrap up with the slugs, I think. Get some gravel stone for our troubles. Not sure if the slugs are also doing Deathblight, or if that was just the big lad. But either way, I think it was just the big lad. But yeah, this place is pretty horrifying. And the icon shield. That looks like a stained glass window of some sort. Gradually restores the carrier's HP. Although, what was its damage? 95%. Not sold on that. So yeah, the big lad's not the worst enemies I've seen. But you don't want to fight them when they're surrounded by sluggos. Try rolling here, and then hidden path ahead. Or is that just lies? Because we know that that's a thing at this point. It doesn't look like it's a thing here. And there's also a summon sign there. Why would there be a summon thing there if there isn't a hidden path? Would have been nice if they could have put down a gesture to show exactly which direction they were talking about rolling in. But I feel like we would have found it by now if there was in fact a thing here.